In a studio that's in a basement comes the epic story of how two friends changed the future of the movie podcast game forever. The reviews are in. Boys Life magazine gives the High Sci podcast 4.5 acorns. The Daily Bugle says, these guys are super legit. And Pope Francis declares the podcast as life-affirming. From the kid who tried to get smart with David Spade and got fucking old.
You're still out. You're still bad.
And the guy who can name all four Baldwin brothers.
Alec, William, Daniel, and the baby boy, Stephen.
Live from the studio of his parents' basement. The Have You Seen It podcast.
Whew. Well, welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast. My name is Mason Knight. That over there is Cash Kraus. And in the middle here is our special guest, Michael Falk.
What's up?
How's it going? The OG.
From the Mantuary podcast.
From the Mantuary podcast.
We don't have a big intro for you this time.
Yeah, we don't. No audience. They left. They dispersed.
Did.
This will be a whole month later. People won't even know what we're talking about.
They said, not for us. They saw the first one like, oh, this is not what I wanted.
No.
I'm just straight up not having
a good time. We do love a good movie news, but as far as TV episodics, we're going to bounce. We got other things to do. We haven't seen the show. We don't want any spoilers.
That's fair.
And that's what we do. All we do, we spoil here. So.
That's true. That's true. And we're not going to hold them here against their will.
No, we can't do that. I think that's
legally
called
not allowed.
Kidnapping. Yeah, I think that's... Mm-hmm. It's not a good thing. I heard you can get locked up for that sort of thing these days.
Oh, trust me. Trust me, brother.
It's getting a little ridiculous.
You don't want to go down that road.
No, you do not. Speaking of kidnapping, what are we talking about today?
Another great... Well,
it was
not
actually
another because nobody watching knows, but... We got the segues down.
I do. Now I do. Yeah, it's getting a little bit better.
If they've been watching, they know.
They know, because, we already did episode 1, and we know that coming into
but it's
episode
every episode.
2,
it's every episode.
Right. But this is a good segue, because we're moving into episode 2, and Translucent is kidnapped.
Episode 2 of the what? The
Boys.
The Amazon Prime.
No, this is the second episode.
That's true. They know.
It's special. It's a special thing.
Oh, they know.
They're listening back to back. This is TV Tuesdays.
Absolutely. So. Yeah, I mean, they got nothing else going on Tuesday.
Literally nothing else.
What else you got?
Taco Tuesdays. I think that's the only other thing.
That's going to get us.
You can eat tacos and watch YouTube at the same time.
That's a perfect combination. Actually, what's better than that?
Slamming down a couple
TV
tacos.
Tuesday. It still works.
A couple margaritas. Throw on the Have You Seen It? That's a perfect Tuesday.
Give me a margarita.
Tuesdays usually
I think
suck.
from now on, when we record TV Tuesdays, we have to both have margaritas available.
I'm going to have a blender, so mid-show I can flip that bad boy. We'll get fresh margs. It's great radio.
A lot of disgruntled people being like, that
great
audio
radio.
sucks. But it is. It's what you want to hear. It's what the people want to hear.
Or Michael, are you a fan of The Boys?
I'm a big fan of The Boys.
What's your history? What do you got? You are a boy. I know that.
Am a
you
boy.
do identify as a male.
As do we all.
Since birth, or before, probably.
That's good.
Before birth?
Before birth.
I always want to give you the right
inside.
to choose.
Yeah.
Even in the womb.
Yes.
Even in the womb, he was like, thumbs up.
Like, I'm a boy.
You guys got the right.
You guys got the right idea.
Yeah, you guys are getting
this
it.
thing down here, it works just fine. We are good to go. I'm ready to be birthed.
Yeah, before birth, he was like, I know what team I'm playing for. Yeah. But, so you are a boy, so, I mean, who better to talk about a show titled The Boys than three boys?
Right, I like the concept here.
But, so have you, so you've seen, I think at this point we've all seen damn near every episode.
I'm almost done. I have 3 more left. I have 3 more left. But,
well, a lot of shit happens in the last 3.
Yes, it does. I bet it does.
Oh,
it gets good.
It just gets insane, yeah. But this is episode 2 of The Boys, Damage Control.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming out after our first episode, right?
Yes, it is.
And, but yeah, this is, should we just get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it. Where do we lead off? Where do we lead from episode 1 to episode 2? What's the transition?
Well, they were getting their ass kicked by Translucent. Or at least Huey was getting his ass kicked. And then...
in the TV shop.
And then Butcher came in hot with the car.
Yeah, he did.
And turns out Translucent's kryptonite is getting hit by a car. Fortunately, it's also my
skin car. The car wins.
Yeah, yes. But and so it's leading into they have Translucent trapped in the trunk, and Huey, he's freaking out, right?
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do. He's brand new to this. I mean, he's such a pacifist that he's just
freaking
confused.
out basically since the show started.
Yeah, and to be literally like doing your normal job, and then
cause.
Someone comes up to you and be like, all right, we got to go kill fucking, I don't even know, Doctor Strange.
Right.
Like,
and last week, he was just a normal Joe with a girlfriend, and now he's out of both.
Because in this world, he's like the second biggest fucking superhero in the world. So it's some heavy shit going on.
Definitely. And what a name. Huey? Is there a name better? It's a great name.
A lot.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, kind of sarcasm.
Unless you're Huey Lewis in the news, I don't want to be named Huey.
Or unless,
At
one
any
of the
point.
DuckTales
It matches this guy, though. He looks like a fucking Huey.
I feel at this point I would have changed to Hugh, but
yeah, you got to make the move at one point.
You do. You have to make the adult transition.
I feel
into
like
just Hugh.
puberty's a good mark to change that.
In my mind, there are two separate names. Like, people name Hugh. They're respectable.
Right?
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Hefner.
If his name was Huey Jackman, you think he would have gotten anywhere?
He wouldn't be Wolverine.
No. He'd be still singing on the streets.
Yep.
Huey Hefner? That guy's just a pervert.
No one likes Huey Hefner.
Yeah,
Hugh Hefner, that's a guy.
Yeah, it's a very, very fine line between porno magazine mogul and just Huey Hefner, who just likes to watch girls undress.
Which is just creepy
at a Sears. Yeah. You got to draw the line.
You
absolutely.
do, at some point.
Yeah, I didn't even, Hugh, it's obvious. Come on. But this guy, he's definitely a Huey. He's not a Hugh.
He's not a Hugh.
Not made that transition.
No, Hugh's take control. This guy, he's freaking out, right? Because they got to kill Translucent. Well, at first it leads up and they think Translucent is dead, right?
Yeah, they do.
And then he starts
initially when
banging
he hits the car.
around, and then he's excited, but Billy's pissed.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's got to kill this guy.
Yeah,
still.
Huey was excited. He's like, oh, thank God we didn't kill him. I'm like, what are you talking about? He saw your face. You're dead.
Oh, yeah.
You're dead, man.
You don't want Homelander homing in on this.
God, and that's a creepy motherfucker.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah, and
I
he's...
fucking knew he was going to be the worst one.
Well, we saw that at the end of episode 1, so it's no spoiler there that he's a piece of shit. He shot down the Baltimore mayor plane with the child
waved at the
inside.
little fucking kid, man.
Messed up.
What a piece of shit.
But in the second episode is when we learned that it was him that killed the Baltimore, or she finds out.
She finds
guess.
out.
We know in the
Elizabeth
first one,
Shue's
but she
character.
finds out that Elizabeth Shue finds out that Homelander's kind of doing his own thing these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's going rogue for sure, and
Madeline's not happy about it. She said that she could have held her own with the whole blackmailing thing, and that was Homelander's excuse. He goes, well, I saw that he was blackmailing you.
yeah. And we kind of get this is kind of the first scene where we get that like Homelander wants to be part of he wants to be more than just a pretty face. He wants to be part of the decision stuff.
Exactly.
But from what I've seen, should not be on the ground floor on the decision making.
No, he should
I
not.
don't
I
wanna
would say
give-
extremely
He's more of a
radical.
bowl and china shop.
I don't want to
kind of
give
thing.
too much away, but I think that if anything involves planes, he should stay away.
Definitely. Yeah, I would say not too good with the plane stuff. No.
Yeah, Anthony Starr is who plays Homelander. He does a great fucking job.
He does do a great job.
He's very creepy and kind of scary at the same time.
Yes.
He's a creep, but he's also fucking frightening because he can rip you in half.
He's
And
a
he
creep
can
and
also-
frightening, but he also switches to like that Captain America-esque
Exactly.
type.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I was about to bring up,
and
too.
it's
Which
makes
very
it more
strange,
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's eerie, man. 'cause
I
you
know, imagine Chris Evans, he's super nice, he's not guessing, and then
Yeah,
like
behind
one moment
scenes.
he's just like fucking choking beat kids out and stuff like that.
letting people die.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
know.
what's going on
Fucking
here?
everything.
Yeah.
It'd be very odd.
Yeah, it would
But
be strange.
but yeah, it is strange, and he's super. We got that from the first one that he's very powerful. And he took that plane down like nothing.
It was nothing.
But that
One little eye zap, and that was it.
that
That's
little
all it
bitch,
took.
the Deep ratted on him to Madeline.
He did. He's a little snitch.
Homelander. Yeah, the Deep is. You'll learn. Well, we've all watched a few episodes, but you'll learn that Deep is kind of the worst character. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Have you seen what he ends up doing and embarrassing himself yet?
We'll talk
Oh,
about
yeah,
that
we
later.
can't get
we
into
can't
it
get
yet.
into
It's
any of that.
so
We're in
damn
episode
funny.
2. We
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
stay
we can-
on the ball here.
God damn it! But
But you
Yeah.
do bring up the Homelander, the Deep scene, where Homelander comes in. He goes, I'm really proud of you, the Deep. And he like gives him a shoulder rub, and it's very tense scene there.
Well, it's the first.
Because he knows that he ratted him
It goes
out.
from like 0 to 100 in tenseness when he comes in. He's like, I thought we were having a team meeting. He's like, yeah, we are. He's like, come on. And it's just the fucking Homelander, which is probably always a bad sign. If you're having a one-to-one meeting with
He's
that
indestructible.
weird robot man who has clear mommy issues. I mean,
very weird.
Hates that goddamn
What a
baby.
weird relationship.
Yeah. Very jealous of a baby, and and then that's kind of first kind of glimpse of that weird relationship between him and Madeline, where he's like so desperate for affection and like desperate for her to. It's very odd,
strange,
and it adds a whole nother level of creepiness because now he's like a weird mama's boy, and those kids are always ready to snap. We know that, but yeah, and. Back to Huey, Billy Butcher. This is the first episode we get introduced to one of my favorite characters in the comic book and in the series. Frenchie. He's a crazy. It's the French though, man. You know they're wacky.
Hey, they know what they're doing. I mean,
they
might not be able to win wars, but they can do a lot of other things.
No. Nice insult on
yeah, it was low key. Yeah, come on.
Low blow.
I was trying to swing that in there real quick without anyone else noticing.
Get that hit in there.
I did. A little jab.
Gotta take that jab. You sound like grandpa.
I did.
But we get him, and he's introduced in an awesome way. He's like, he's got a shit ton of guns, shit ton of women too.
Yeah, he does.
He's collecting women, he's collecting guns, but he doesn't want to do anything with Billy Butcher. And then we also learn that no one really wants to do anything with Billy.
Yeah,
because he's Billy's kind of got a one-track mind. He's all about that Homelander. He wants that Homelander. What the fuck is he gonna do when he gets to him? I don't know.
That's the end. It's kind of like, like Moby Dick kind of thing.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Where it's like,
all or nothing.
It's gonna kill him. I mean, you can't kill. As far as I know, you can't kill the Homelander.
No, it's impossible.
I don't think he has a kryptonite.
No, they'll have to come up with something more elaborate than the whole butt plug.
Or the whole crowbar. He's usually doing the crow. He goes straight for the crowbar most of the time. I don't think that's gonna do it.
I don't think so either.
Beat the knees out of the Homelander. I think he's gonna be okay. But yeah, we get that, and Frenchie. And eventually, they convince Frenchie, right? That's the big motive is they convince Frenchie to help out.
Well, they convince him after they open the trunk, and then
they gotta
he
fuck
sees
him.
Frenchie.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like, well, I have no other choice now.
And again, it shows that Billy's just fucking the butcher. He's willing to do anything to screw over anyone to get his way. But yeah, he screws Frenchie over, and he makes him open the trunk too. I've never got kind of a tough thing to ask someone. He doesn't even want to be part of this. Now he's got to open the trunk.
Well, that's how you rope someone into your problems.
Absolutely, and that's a way to do it. I mean,
now you're in. You have no choice.
Probably not a way to keep friends around.
No, but who needs friends when you're kidnapping people? Kidnapping superheroes.
But yeah, they need Frenchie because translucent, he's indestructible, right?
Yep.
His indestructible skin.
Yeah. Not indestructible from the inside.
Not from the inside.
But yeah, he's got indestructible skin, so they get Frenchie, and Frenchie builds him like a little cage because translucent, he's a conductor of electricity.
Pretty smart idea too. That they kept him in a electric cage.
When in doubt, throw him in a cage. Electrify that bitch. It's foolproof. No one's ever escaping that.
Never.
But they get him in there, and their first thing to do is they try to shoot him.
Yeah.
Damn, and did they try to shoot him?
With a bullet made out of the same stuff that his skin is made from.
I know. It took Frenchie a whole fucking montage to make that fucking bullet.
Quite the montage, too. I mean, could you imagine how long that bullet took?
I know.
Yeah.
He did a pretty good job, though. Real good turnaround.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't half-assed.
It was real professional.
Yeah, put effort into it. I mean,
but it's tough. It turns out it's tough to shoot an invisible man.
Yeah. It's real
turns out it's
hard to get him in your scopes, right? Yeah.
So, but they do it, and they do end up actually shooting him, right?
Yeah.
They do. It just bounces off of him.
Yeah.
I don't get how that bullet just bounced off him, but the car fucking did bounce right off of him.
That's true.
You think it'd do some kind of damage to him? Like
hurt a little bit.
Yeah,
no,
something.
He just laughed it off.
He did.
He was cool. He was cool.
Quite embarrassing,
cool
actually,
as a
for
cucumber.
the other party.
Oh, yeah, and he
like, well,
didn't
what do
make
we
light
do
of
now?
it. He really lit into him.
Immediately. Like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, he did. That's exactly. I'm fucking indestructible, you fuck. You're gonna, he really, really made him look dumb.
It did.
And it's not really good. Not a good look when you're on the job.
No, you do not want to make Butcher look dumb.
No. And we also, in this one, we get more of the A-Train / Shockwave race that's building
Yeah, that
up.
was the big thing this episode.
It's slowly building up. Do they race in this episode?
No.
I didn't think so.
No.
I didn't think so, unfortunately. Yeah.
Later.
But, but we get that more of, and it's cool. I like the way they do it where they make it real with, like, having Jimmy Fallon on it and, like, having Sports Center cover it and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
What a short fucking race.
Well, because it's so true. The
I
concept.
know, right?
Yeah.
You can't see.
I
know.
That you
can't see at all.
No,
Why are
you literally see the slow-mo
No
finish on the Jumbotron. You don't
The
even
same
have to
thing
pay
you can look
for it.
at home. It's the same exact thing. Yeah, why are you there for it?
Yeah, didn't think that one through, the writers. Maybe it should have been like 30 times around.
No, I think it's
something.
part of it. It's part of the whole ridiculousness of them. Like
That's true.
people willing to do anything to get close to these guys or whatever. How like they're like the fucking A-listers.
Well, right. They're literally celebrities.
Yeah,
they're
exactly,
on everything everywhere. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Yeah.
It'd be like going down watching, fucking Brad Pitt and Leo have a quick foot race.
Yeah,
I'm
100-yard
going.
dash.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
of
I don't care.
course.
It's the worst race of all time.
That
I'm
is
gonna
true,
be
'cause
there.
I would go. I'd definitely go. I'd buy tickets for
Who's
that.
going to win that race?
Brad
I'm
Pitt.
thinking Brad.
Yeah, definitely Pitt.
Brad Pitt's definitely, I think a little
Pitt's in great
older.
shape.
He's older, but he's in better shape. Leo's going
Now, Tom Cruise.
No one's outrunning
No
Tom.
one's outrunning
one.
the old Cruise.
Not in a 40.
No.
Not in a 40.
Not in 100 either.
No.
I've seen that man
Not
run
a long
well
distance.
over 100 yards in
I don't think
Mission
long
Impossible.
distance either. I think he can go. He's got pretty good
break
miles.
his ankle and still keep
run,
going.
yeah. I think he's running right now.
Probably.
Can we get a live shot of Tom Cruise pull that
me
up?
pull-
Yep, there he is. He's running.
Just run.
Glad we got that satellite on him.
It's like a shark. He moves even when he's sleeping.
He has to,
Yeah.
or he dies if
Great
he stops
analogy.
moving.
That's right.
But I think Brad Pitt's gonna win.
Yeah.
Leo's going the route of Jack Nicholson,
Ooh.
where he's
okay.
getting heavier and he's just gonna. I mean,
Just
he's
having
still
fun with
gonna
life.
fuck supermodels, so it doesn't matter.
He's got a 22-year-old girlfriend, and she.
Well, he's
not
never.
bad
I don't think he's
looking.
ever had a girlfriend
He's
older than 22.
No, he has not. No.
And girlfriend, I mean, I don't think they last very long. He's
The
not getting
average,
married.
Probably about 4 months.
I don't think
I'm
he's getting
assuming.
married, man. I think he really is going to Jack Nicholson. He did Departed
will.
with him. He's like, this is the guy I want to be. Both
This
great
is
actors,
a
both living the
mentoring.
best life.
Yeah, a lot of mentoring back in 06 there.
But I mean, that's the best life. You go to Lakers games all the time. I mean, Jack
Court
Nicholson, and he
side.
retired early too.
Yeah, he did.
What a life! I just want, man.
Yeah.
I just want a camera on Jack Nicholson and see what kind of life he's living.
Be a great reality show.
But let's get back to the boys. I don't know why we were. Oh, the race.
The race,
Yeah,
right.
the race between Leo and Brad. Brad's win that 9 times out of 10. I'm putting all my money on him.
Same.
We saw him in
I'm
one
sure
spot.
Vegas would agree with you.
And the 1 out of 10 that he doesn't win, it's because DiCaprio goes all Tanya Hardy.
I would say that. Yep, that's the only
He's
way.
a method actor, he might. But Huey also learns that Billy isn't really FBI.
Yes.
Yeah, you learned that.
I
yeah.
think he just kind of found the FBI at like maybe a toy store or something. He's just waving that
so. I
around.
just bought that quick
But
little badge.
so now Huey's got even that to like this crazy man I thought was FBI is now just some guy with a badge yelling at just kidnapping superheroes. Huey's losing his mind. And also Simon Pegg, his dad's calling him off the fucking charts.
He's concerned.
He's a concerned dad. He's a good dad. But yeah, so they still can't figure out how to kill Translucent, right? Even after shooting him.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about shocking him to death, right? But I guess that doesn't gonna work. It's gonna take a lot of electricity. But eventually, they figure out how to do it.
Yeah, because Frenchie Googles how to kill an immortal.
Yeah.
Right? Which,
Well,
terrible.
he gets the idea from the TV that's there when he's watching the turtle. Remember?
Yes. Yeah, I forgot
When
about
the
that. Yeah.
turtle's going in his shell.
It's
and he's like,
essentially the Ant-Man. Thanos.
Yeah.
the
debacle.
Thanos, yeah, that's
Thanos
right.
theory.
Yep.
It's the greatest.
Ant-Man,
It's
Thanos
the
theory.
greatest power in the world, because no one can beat it.
Nope.
Nope.
You just fly
Right up
someone's
the
belly.
ass, expand.
Yep. It works every time.
Not 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, 60% of
no-
the time it works every
Unless
time.
your power is directly built for just taking
taking
a lot.
explosive. That's a new definition to
Yeah.
explosive.
Unless you just got some kind of
Mr. Fantastic could probably take it.
Yeah, it's true. But
Anyone could take it.
even Mr. Fantastic can only stretch so far. he
I'm sure he could really.
He can only stretch that ass so far. And Ant-Man can grow huge.
Yes.
As these buildings.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's expanding.
I think he's at least tearing something.
There's not that much material. Yeah, that's the old Mr. Fantastic tear. You got to walk that one off.
I mean, he's always getting. Yeah, I mean, it's just not happening, man. It's just.
This is such a shit. We're just taking this a crazy route tonight. It's awesome.
Well, that is what it is, though. I mean,
Yes.
it is the perfect. You want to kill Superman?
Same thing.
I got your fucking. Don't go to Krypton. You don't gotta get that kryptonite. You got your kryptonite.
It's a long
right
journey,
here.
man. You
Yeah.
gotta pack a snack.
Mm-hmm. And they got an Ant-Man in the DC universe. It's the Atom. And he can go around really small, so you don't even see him coming at all. You don't feel anything going up there.
It's a dangerous thing.
But at the same time, Annie has to go on a mission with the Deep, right?
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
she
yeah.
fucking hates the Deep because the Deep kind of, I guess, raped her,
I would say that's
Yeah.
it is a rape.
which is
rape.
which is a thing to be upset about.
Right, and not only that, but he did it in the most shitty way too. I mean, rape's already shitty enough, but he also blackmailed her
Yeah.
into doing it, which is even more fucked.
And she also learns, and this is the kind of time she learns where it's like the superheroes are just 100% bullshit.
The
Even
whole
the
thing
crime
is
is
a
fucking
facade.
scripted. Yeah. And so she's not liking this job. That's the ongoing theme. Is it's the shittiest job of all time.
Definitely.
And even when she kind of like the Deep doesn't even know why she's upset.
He forgot about it. It just slipped his mind like it was another
What's your
fucking day in the
You're
neighborhood.
still talking about that?
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, that? Oh, yeah." Like he had forgot it for a moment. I couldn't believe that. And then,
Well, believe me, they're pieces of shit.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But then up on that top there, she had a really good moment where she changes her eyes and she goes, "You ever touch me again, I'll fuck you up.
Well, she
Or
is
I'll
powerful.
burn your eyes out." That's
Yeah.
what she said. Yeah.
And then the Deep just
He backs
executes a
off.
perfect dive.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 on the high dive for sure.
Pretty good.
But yeah, and they end up beating up the criminals. I guess you can call them criminals because I mean they had every advantage.
They did every single one.
They knew pretty much what was gonna happen. But yeah, and then again, Annie just realizes that it's shitty. It's a shitty gig. You're not doing anything. I mean, really, for any one of us, it'd be an awesome gig.
Yeah.
Be great. Yeah.
Never having to do literally anything.
Just
ever.
being a superhero.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take it.
And just having
Getting $1 billion a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, but she doesn't like it. She did it. She did it for the good reasons. She's better than us. She's Starlight.
She is.
But
And she's a wholesome
she's
person,
the beacon
too.
of hope.
She definitely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But yeah, but she doesn't like that they're faking all that bullshit. And eventually we get we find out we didn't talk about it very much in the first one, but Madeline, the whole thing is she's getting superheroes in the army.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's what she wants.
Yep.
That's her big drive because obviously it's gonna make a shit ton of money.
And make a ton of money, I mean, for U.S. defense, for sure. I mean, you're
Oh yeah,
getting paid
and for her, that's
billions.
that's essentially selling missiles. Except your missile is a
Are
superhuman.
superhumans that are
Yeah.
indestructible that can kill anything at any time.
Yeah,
That's
and be told what to do, and yeah, that's a. But I mean, they're shitty superheroes. That's
They
the only
are,
problem.
But the persona is completely different amongst the American people.
Yeah, and but a lot of the
And this
senator.
show has a lot of that kind of stuff. A lot of like foreshadowing where it kind of tells you that media can be totally different than the reality.
Yeah.
Oh,
I see
yeah.
a lot of those themes throughout this show.
Well, they even bring it up in this episode. The senator was like, "Oh, you want soups that you own?" I mean, because she owns 400 superhumans or whatever.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
a lot of them.
So I mean, like it'd be maybe they'd think about getting it in the army if they were just like independent fucking contractors or something. But she owns it, so it's essentially owning a part of the army. And senators don't like that
No.
because that's their money.
Yeah, and that's their control.
I mean,
right?
why? And again, it'd be
You're not
giving
taking a piece of
giving
the
up
pie.
power to her. So why would anyone want to do that? Even if it was a
And
good
power
thing.
that you might not be able
Yeah,
to
even
stop.
if it could in wars, which from what I'm seeing, outside perspective, they're not going to get a lot done. but yeah, so I mean, so why would they do it? And that's the whole thing. But eventually they pull a little mystique action going on. X-Men, the senator, he thinks he's having sexual intercourse with
a beautiful young lady.
yeah,
Turns out to be a
beautiful
fat
woman
man,
of the
maybe?
night.
Yes.
Turns out to be, I think, another senator.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
they
the character's name is literally Doppelganger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
that's
which is
that's
funny.
super, yeah.
It's a great character name.
It's a great character to have in your back pocket.
It-
Too. talk about deep fake.
Yeah, that's the ultimate.
That guy can literally do anything. I mean, he can be there, and people would think it was you. But yeah, and so and he gets down with that senator, and they do the full dirty and nasty.
And I like that scene too, where he's blindfolded and he goes, "This feels a little different."
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I bet it does, pal. I bet it does.
Yeah. And do you realize you got a 300-pound man on
Yeah,
you?
did you not realize the weight difference, the weight ratio there? Very strange. Must not be having a lot of sex.
Yeah, but and that obviously ends up turning the senator. You know, he's down there pushing
now the
it.
votes for him.
Their votes
Or for
on,
her,
and
I mean.
it's getting to the floor now.
Yeah.
But of course, she can fucking blackmail anyone, so it's pretty much a thing that it's gonna happen. That's gonna get through, and finally we get that in. You know, we get that Frenchie figures out C4, wrap that sucker up the poop chute, blast away, and does it happen in this episode 2? Oh yeah, it happens. Right?
Yeah, it does. But right before this happens, we
But
got
it's
to
not-
talk about one other
Okay,
thing
go
because
ahead.
it was significant and shows you a lot about the company, Vought, right? Where Starlight goes, she's really upset. She's in street clothes and she goes and beats up those two guys who were raping the girl outside, or trying to rape her, I should say.
Oh yeah.
Beats her up, and then Vought's pissed off. The lady comes up and she's yelling at her, berating her. She thinks she's going to be in trouble. They get called into a board meeting, and then they're super happy because the woman came forward and said that she protected her because they didn't believe that the rape had happened.
Yeah, there was no
'Cause
woman in the video.
Yeah.
there was no suspect or no victim.
So it ended up turning out good for Starlight.
It did.
Where it was going to turn out shitty, but it ended up turning out good, and now she kind of has the power.
But it also shows Starlight how shitty it is. The fact that they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
care that she saved people.
Oh,
they
yeah.
only care about the public persona and getting votes for this whole military.
it hurt
She
Vought.
sees
It
a
hurt
corruption.
Vought that she ended up going and doing that. They didn't want her to. I mean,
Yeah, initially.
Yeah. Because now now it shows the public also, because where Vought had the power before over Starlight, because she's a fucking hero.
Yeah, it's almost like politics and presidents, like looking at numbers and stuff like that, because that's the same thing they did for her.
Oh yeah.
Is they were looking at numbers and saying, statistically, women don't come forward after they've been attacked. So you cannot do this. And she's like, well, I was just trying to help. I'm just trying to be a superhero. That's what you hired me to do.
Yeah.
But it's a
And they're telling her
corrupt
not
system.
to. Oh yeah, and they're telling
There are a lot of themes that go back and forth to like reality.
Oh,
to now,
yeah.
even
And that's
with
what the comic
absurdity
book
of
is,
it.
too. Yeah,
It's
it's
awesome.
heavily, yeah.
It's cool though.
The
It's a
only
lot-
difference is super people in the show, really.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Instead of
it's a lot. It's a satire of modern comic books, but it's a satire of the government too, for sure.
Yes,
I mean,
definitely.
that's what Vought is just big fucking government. I mean, that's what they are. But yeah. So she ends up beating up those guys, and it gets caught on camera, and the world ends up seeing it. At first, it looks like she's just beating up a couple of dudes.
She's got just taking her
Not a good
anger out.
look. Not a good look.
No.
Yeah. But eventually the lady does come forward, and yeah, she ends up getting. Well, that's kind of the best thing that's ever happened to her, at least as far as being part of the 7.
Yeah.
But and then we go back to the boys, I guess, and they figured out how to blow up Translucent. A-Train is outside. He got tipped off where he's at, and so they're all kind of freaking out. Frenchie and Billy end up leaving Huey with the detonator.
Yep.
Which is a big fucking
'cause-
risk in my mind.
Yeah, and this is at time when Homelander was flying around
Yeah.
too, which
Yeah.
that
So
was
shit
very
was bad,
tense
yeah.
scene. Because I was like, damn, I don't know if they're gonna make it.
No.
Because he has X-ray vision.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
he
and
knew
that's
it, yeah.
scary. He looks through something, he can see.
But and eventually Translucent gets out, and Huey, of course, is freaking out. He's got his hand on the trigger, and he's freaking out. And Translucent, you think in my mind, I thought he was going to talk him and get away. Cause
Well, initially he did because
He
he
pretty
let him
much
walk.
did,
He
yeah.
put his hand on his shoulder and go, "See you later, buddy," or whatever he said to him. Started walking, and then Huey was kind of like, and I love the analogy that they use with the sign too that says "Keep your hands
Yeah.
clean."
oh yeah,
And it was phrased a lot, and I like the water too. How they knocked him out. You definitely saw that coming. But altogether, it was good. And that second look, and then boom, he detonated.
yeah, he doesn't keep his hands clean.
No, no, he
It's
doesn't.
quite a
Doesn't
mess,
keep
to be
anything
honest.
clean.
Yeah,
No.
it is a spray, and I love. Of course, I love the practical effects, but I love how they did that. I mean, they didn't shy away from anything. They blew him up. There was not a whole lot left of him.
Nothing. I think just some skin particles.
Yeah,
Some skin, maybe some flesh. Not a whole lot.
but eventually, Homelander ends up leaving because Because is it because of his tracker goes out?
No,
Transistor?
his Frenchie's girl sets off a bomb at her place, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yep.
And that got him to leave. Yeah. Smart. Yeah. Well, that
Good thinking.
That's true. Yeah. That is episode 2, and with that's
It's always good to have a ride or die.
Definitely.
You gotta have one in your pocket. You gotta have one, a loose cannon ready to go. But yeah, and that's how it's ended. It ends with Huey covered in blood,
Yeah.
Yes.
covered in translucent. But yeah, and I thought that was a great ending to it. But yeah, that's the second episode. Crazy,
Crazy episode. Great
everyone,
show so far.
everyone is pretty fucking crazy.
It is.
Kind of up in everyone, but Huey's getting in deep. This has been the craziest 24 hours of his life.
God, could you imagine?
You've seen 2 people just totally blown up.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a matter of what,
Yeah.
48 hours,
Yeah.
24 hours? Yeah.
One
It's
of which
insane.
being his girlfriend.
Yeah, that's tough.
And he just had to
That's-
go into fucking Vought and drop the microphone or whatever.
Yeah.
That was pretty heavy. Comes back, Translucent
spy
follows him,
shit.
beats the shit out of him. And then-
Almost kills him.
Yeah, then they kidnap Translucent. So yeah,
And then he blows his ass up.
he already needs a vacation.
Literally.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. But thank God, I mean, Translucent was an asshole.
Yeah, so no one's feeling bad
He
for
had
him.
to
And
go.
a pervert.
Well, a
geez,
real
This
pervert,
guy's
yeah.
always sitting in the women's bathroom. What
Yeah.
a-
Well,
what
I
a
think
perv.
we'll learn in later episodes, but they end up, I think, they briefly say, but I think they put motion sensors in the whole building because of this fucking.
'Cause
You
his
can't
problems.
trust this guy's walking around naked everywhere.
Man,
Crazy world.
it is.
That's what you gotta worry about. Invisible people, man.
They're always out there
That's
to get
one
you.
power that human.
I think it was better
mankind
with-
cannot have.
No, I think
Just
it was
can't
better
have
with
it.
Jessica Alba being invisible
That's
instead
true.
of...
But even
Because
even then, you knew she. Could.
Kevin Bacon couldn't handle it either.
No, in Hollow Man, we didn't bring that up, but he went immediately for the bathroom.
Yep.
It's a
Almost
common
the
thing.
first
They
thing.
do, yeah. Guess they're just curious. Let's see how people defecate, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what
Very
they're looking
strange.
for.
Yeah,
but,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right, episode 2. Yeah, thanks for
Of The
coming on,
Boys.
Michael.
Yeah.
No problem.
That's The Boys, a show that we've loved so far.
Yes.
I think
been
Amazon has they found a hit.
Yeah, they have.
They
Yeah.
needed one.
They'll definitely have season 2 of this. I'd
Well,
be
they
shocked.
already
for sure.
confirmed it
Yeah.
before this even dropped on Amazon.
Perfect.
Yeah, I
That's
looked
even
it up
better.
right after I was done
Oh, I
watching
bet.
the series.
It will
I was
still
like,
end up
"It's
coming
gotta be
out
season 2.
before the Lord of the Rings series.
Oh,
We'll get 5 more seasons
we'll
of
get
The
that in
Boys.
2028 or something like that. Who knows? Who knows when that's coming out?
I don't even believe it's really happening.
I think it was all fake news.
It's false.
fake.
Just give me
I
that.
hate the fake news media.
The lame stream
Lame
media.
stream
We've
media.
heard about it.
Don't like 'em.
We talk about it
Don't
all
like
the
'em.
time.
Yeah, we do. Alrighty. Well, this is the Have You Seen It podcast. My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Kraus, and our guest is Michael Falk. And Michael, you wanna plug a few things?
Yeah, just plug my podcast that I do with my brother and one of my best friends. It's Mantuary, safe place for men, but women can listen to. We don't discriminate on there.
Amen. Amen, brother.
Glad you made that clear.
It's super fun. We just go off on random rants on just about everything there is under the sun and above it.
And above it.
Oh.
Pretty sure
we
we've
get
talked
into
about
space.
space.
Well, how do you not talk about space?
Right.
Space is one of the funnest things to talk
I
about.
know, especially when we're around men. We're always looking at
We all have the
those
best
stories.
ideas.
What's up there? God damn it, we gotta know. It's curiosity. Kills the cat.
Yeah, I was gonna say sometimes it kills it. Kills the cat.
But,
You
yeah.
can find our podcast, guys, on YouTube. Type in "Have You Seen It?" We're the angry popcorn guy in the director's chair. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, like the videos, comment below, let us know what you thought. You can find our podcast on audio format on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. Social media is Instagram, Have You Seen It? Twitter, Seen It Podcast. Cash is on Twitter, that's just Cash. Michael's on Twitter, What the Falk 63. Hey, look at that. There you go.
Remembered.
Still got it.
I still got it, boys. Yeah, so that's the podcast. Until next time.
Bye.